So let's get into the actual setup about how you can begin using Kimi K3. There are 2 steps to begin using this model inside of a coding agent. The first step is to get an API key, either through OpenRouter or through the Kimi API directly. The second step is to connect this API key inside of your agent, such as OpenCode, which I would recommend, or Claude Code, which involves a workaround. So let's get started with step number 1. I'm going to be using OpenRouter because I already have funds on this account, so it makes it very easy to switch between different models without adding money to an account just to try something out. Any funds that you add to OpenRouter can be used on Kimi K3 or any future models that get added to this platform. And in exchange for having access to these models, they charge a 5% fee. So if you want to keep using Kimi K3 and you want to avoid that 5% fee, it would make sense to switch to their official API. But if you're just going to try it out, you can still use the funds that you have on OpenRouter. So what you'll want to do is go to OpenRouter, go up to your profile, and then go to API keys. If you don't have an API key already, go up and click new key, and then you can type in a name for it. So I'm going to call this one OpenCode, and we're just going to leave everything as the default. Then go ahead and copy this, and we'll connect it to OpenCode or Claude Code. So now we are inside of Visual Studio Code, which is the IDE that I use. This allows you to run Claude Code and OpenCode either inside of the terminal or via an extension. For example, if I hit Command T on my machine, I have it set up to open up the Claude Code tab in this nice UI, but you can also just run Claude inside of your terminal to get the Claude Code CLI. Now, like I said, I would recommend using OpenCode instead. However, if you have your Claude Code set up in the way that you like and you don't want to migrate everything over, I'll show you how you can set up Claude Code to actually run Kimi K3. So for that first part, let's get OpenCode set up. You can go to opencode.ai/download. This will give you the setup instructions to download OpenCode. It's pretty simple. You can use npm, you can use Homebrew, and then once you have it on your machine, you simply type OpenCode in your terminal, and you'll have this nice interface to begin using it. Once you're inside of the interface, you'll need to type in /connect and then choose Open Router and then paste in the API key that you've copied and then hit enter. Then you can choose your model. So I'm going to choose Kimi K3 and now I have it selected. If you don't see Kimi K3, what you'll want to do is type in OpenCode models -- refresh. This will refresh the models that are on OpenRouter, and then if you restart OpenCode, you should be able to see the model in the model selector. So there we go. We have Kimi K3 selected. Now let's go into how to set it up in Claude Code if you want to do that. So I'll include a file in the description of this video that you can run. And after you add your OpenAI key, you'll be able to route all of your usage through Kimi K3. All you need to do is add your OpenRouter key to this environment file. So what that file is your Claude directory /credentials.env. I'm not going to open this up on camera, but it has different API keys that I use inside of different projects. Inside of there, you'll need to add your OpenRouter API key, and then you can simply run this script, Kimi Claude Code, which is a script that I've shown on screen, and it will open up the Claude Code CLI routing through Kimi K3. So effectively, these two do the same thing. These are both running Kimi K3. This one is using the Claude Code harness. This one is using the OpenCode harness. And if I type, "What model is this?" we should get a response. And there we go. This session is running Moonshot Kimi K3. The Claude Fable 5 text appears in the system prompt, but yeah, we're using Kimi K3 here. So there you have it. That's how you can set up Kimi K3 to begin using it inside of your agentic workflows. But the thing is, even if you're using the best prompts inside of your workflows, there's a mistake that most developers make that keeps them from getting the best results. And it actually involves using multiple agents instead of just one. If you want to see my full video breaking down exactly how to set this up, then click the video you see right here on screen.